Hey everybody, it's me, Ned, and I've got something really fun and interesting and different here. This is a white wine from Chile, from the Itata Valley, from Roberto Henriquez. This is a blend of Moscatel, Corinto, and Semillon. If I'm remembering correctly, it's like 80% Moscatel, and then equal parts Corinto and Semillon. Roberto Henriquez is a really interesting, awesome guy, and I think somebody to particularly sort of pay attention to and watch out for. He's just doing really cool stuff, basically. So he's from here. This is down around Concepcion, like 500 kilometers south of Santiago in Chile, right on the coast, right, like, I want to say he's like 10 kilometers or something like that from the Pacific. And he makes wine from two different places. He works a bunch of vineyards of red grapes, of Pais Mission over in Bio Bio, and then he works a bunch of white grapes that are planted in Itata. That's what this is here. He's trying to hold on to, learn from, collect, preserve winemaking techniques, like the way that people made wine in Chile, like peasants made wine going back hundreds of years. So these are super old ungrafted vines, some of them hundreds of years old, all worked by hand, farmed naturally, like no, you may use like, some like sulfate treatments during the vintage, but no, no pesticides or anything like that, no fertilizers, and then hand harvested, destemmed by hand by rolling the grape clusters through mats of sticks over the open like little vats that the wine is going to ferment in, so that the grapes get forced to and the stems like stick in all the little sticks. Imagine like a sushi rolling mat, but giant, so you can like press grapes through it. Anyway, ferments with natural yeast, no temperature control, no sulfur, like nothing. It's super, super primitive. I met him like a month ago, and it was awesome. He was a really passionate, driven, honest, humble guy who was just very focused and like had this mission in life to do this, to like work with all these small farmers. Anyway, so the wine is unique. It's a lot of Muscatel. It smells like Muscatel, but it's toned down Muscatel, like just enough, just right. I feel like Muscatel sometimes can be like too much, too perfumey, too unctuous, too much like tropical fruit, and it just like it gets to be noxious. It's like, anyway, this is tropical fruit, but it's like meaty, more savory. It smells like pineapple, mango, guava, stuff like that, but like really ripe to the point where it's like meaty and stuff, and like not just like sweet smelling tropical fruit. And there's also, Roberto was saying that in this vintage 2017, there was a big forest fire nearby and there was a lot of smoke in the vineyards, and this wine does actually smell smoky. When he was here and we were doing this tasting, a bunch of different people like independently commented on it, and we're like, oh, it's really interesting, there's this smoky thing. And Roberto was like, yep, that's the fires. It's cool. It's just a very like minor, like delicate undertone kind of thing in the aroma. Wow. It's this crazy mix of like lemon, citrus, like lemongrass, evergreen, kind of like there's lemon and citrus and fruit, but then there's also this like cool vegetal kind of thing in there. And at the same time, there's also a lot of salinity in this. Like it is a salty, savory, mouth-filling wine. It's very balanced and like full and together. It's not acidity driven, you know, like Muscatel, Semillon, both of those are pretty low acidity grapes, and this is not an acidity driven wine. But it's more, it ends up being still super interesting, but for a whole bunch of, there's a bunch of other flavors that drive the wine and make it really cool. And it's that salinity is a big part of it. It's just very, very long, lingers and right in the middle of my palate. Saltiness. And then there's fruit that comes back, both like pineapple, but then also this like herbaceous, cool peppery kind of thing. It's a really, this is just, it's a wine that doesn't taste like anywhere else. Roberto worked at Agnes and Renee Moss, and I think had sort of like a defining, focusing sort of, you know, experience there. But this doesn't taste like a Loire wine. It doesn't taste like a wine from California. It doesn't taste like Bordeaux. It doesn't taste like Burgundy. It doesn't taste like anything I've had from, you know, Australia or Austria or anything like this. I haven't had many other wines. I haven't had other wines that taste like this from Chile, but I haven't had many wines from the Etata Valley. What I can say is that this doesn't taste like anything else I've ever had. This wine has a very clear, unique, like, voice and character. It feels like the personality and environment, like, that this wine came from, the Etata Valley, River Valley and coast of the Pacific right here. Like, it feels like that is speaking through really clearly in this wine. But I don't know that, and the only way for me to know that is to go there and like run around central coastal Chile and drink a lot of wine. So I'm gonna work on that.